Okay, so I finally got the job done, and there goes about 4 hours in my morning. Anyway, that's because this is my first time doing it, but definitely watch the full video. So this little clip just comes out. Here's your carburetor. It's really easy. You just pull these 2 screws out. Make sure if you have gaskets, put a gasket on each side, and make sure the holes line up. Anyway, the part that took me the longest is these fuel lines. So this is the intake for the fuel, and if I press this button, it should shoot fuel out this way. So the one that is furthest away, that's your intake. Okay. Anyway, I bought a carburetor, and I wasn't really thinking this morning, but it came with 2 different sizes of lines. So if you have the thick line, make sure you go ahead and replace your fuel line. So the problem with this one is it was just old and it was sliding off, so I had to replace it anyway. But there it is. I got a new carburetor on. I got my screws adjusted, and this is another really helpful thing that you need to hear. This kind of adjusts your throttle. So if you get a new carburetor, it should be tightened all the way down. These screws will be tightened all the way down. So good. You can start it, but you're gonna, have to take about, 20 minutes getting it started. But anyway, these 2 screws are screwed all the way down, so that's clockwise. A good rule of thumb is if you go from when these screws are all the way screwed down, and if you unscrew or you go counterclockwise about 1.5 turns, that's a pretty good starting point for you to make your adjustments. But anyway, I got the new thing on. It was a struggle to get these on, so I had to, poke them in with this. But what I found the best thing to do is just to twist these in. But it's going to be a fight to get them on. And it should be, because I was using the skinny line and gas was shooting out of here, and anyway, it was the wrong line. So make sure you use the right line so gas won't leak out of there. But there it is, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this was really easy to do, to pull off. There's just 2 screws there. Unscrew them, then this whole carburetor comes off. So I got lucky. I didn't need to replace my spark plug, but there it is. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty short video of how to change a new carburetor. So these 2 lines are going to have to come off. And I'm just using my old gas lines, but I got something from Amazon. They had new lines with it. Here's the part with the filter. Anyway, there's a filter in this tank, and that filter would connect right here to this one, because that's going to suck the gas up. Notice there's some gas in the bulb. This is actually the new one I just put on. Here's my old one. Okay, make sure that you look for your model number. This is a Craftsman 25cc weed whacker. Anyway, the model number is right down there for Craftsman. Anyway, so get the right model number, order a new carburetor. It was about 20 bucks, and see if that fixes the problem. If that's not the problem, well, you might have the spark plug to deal with. And this is a twist on off, so you twist it this way, and supposedly you're supposed to pop it off. But anyway, I had a hard time getting mine off, so I just said I'm going to try and buy a new carburetor. Okay, so don't worry about switching these lines, because what you can do is, if you have your new carburetor and you do have the lines reversed, press this button about 10 times, and if no gas gets sucked up, that means you have the lines switched. So anyway, I actually had my lines switched, and so I had to end up switching them back so I could get gas to suck up into this bulb. But it's actually a really simple process. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop that off, and there's some star heads here, or Phillips, so loosen those all the way, and those two screws. Anyway, this was the old, there's the old one, okay? So there's the old part, there's the new part, but those two screws will just go right through those two holes. Anyway, take it off and put the new one on. So just loosen these. Naturally, this little guy right here, you know, you're gonna have to pull that cable out too and put it back in. Anyway, these screws here, I didn't know this, but they are for adjusting the throttle. And then this screw also, this screw also is for adjusting the throttle. So with my new carburetor came a little Pac-Man screwdriver, and there's this, that special screwdriver fits for these two. Okay, well, good luck replacing yours. I actually had to cut this line because it was a little too hard to get off. But anyway, we'll try this, and if it doesn't start, well, we'll know there's something else wrong with it.